Hello there, thanks for joining us again. We're just at the start of our little 1 week road trip. So we've arrived at Culzean Castle and we're just getting set up. Took us about 4 hours to get here. We've got a couple of nights here and then 2 nights down in Cumbria, a couple of nights over in the Yorkshire Dales, and then we're finishing up with a couple of nights over on the Lancashire Coast, just at the north end of Morecambe Bay. So I'll just show you a little bit of the view from our pitch. We had a choice of pitches, but we grabbed the first one because we like the look of the view. Yeah, I'll show you that in a second. Anyway, hope you enjoy the video. Stick with us and we'll give you a little taster of what we see on our week away. Well, this is called the gas house, and it seems like a good way to get down onto the beach, so we'll have a look. Yeah, I'll flash up on the screen the exact year. I think it was 1785 it was built. And fabulous views out over the Firth of Clyde, over to the Isle of Arran. Stunning place. Sorts of mysterious tunnels opening out onto the beach. There's supposed to be a number of ghosts in the castle, and one I think was of a piper who got lost in the tunnels, and you're supposed to be able to still hear him at night. Hello, we're just on day 2 of our little road trip, and a bit of a grey day, but we're just having a bit of a wander down through the grounds of Culzean Castle and down onto the beach. We're down in a little pathway we found just through some quite nice thick forest. So we haven't got a map or anything down here, we're just following our noses really. We're just walking along this track and realised we're actually walking along an embankment, and there's a nice bridge that we cut down under, so it just looks like it's the path of an old narrow gauge railway, but we'll have to have a look on the net to see if there was anything around Culzean Castle, whether there was any quarrying or mining or whatever, that they had a little railway. And just come out near the coast again, and just down to the left, I think that's the little village of Maidens, so we'll head down that way, I think. Didn't expect to see this in the middle of a woodland walk. Monkey puzzle tree. I don't know whether you can see that beautiful stonework. Really narrow old railway bridge. Just cutting down underneath the railway now, dropping down to the coast. Probably won't be able to see it on the wire, but you might be able to hear it. Little yellow hammer. Aside from the noise of the jet ski, quite lovely walking along here. Just making our way back now through the gardens towards the campsite, and there's just miles of pathways and loads of beautiful species of trees that must have been part of a big collection planted many years ago. Some really ancient ones, quite exotic ones, tree ferns, you name it. It's absolutely amazing. So that concludes the first little leg of our adventure. We're all wrapped up. Really enjoyed a couple of days at Culzean Castle, wandering round. Yeah, so we're just wrapped up and we're heading down to Cumbria now, just to a little campsite next to Thirlmere. So we'll catch you then. So we've just arrived at our campsite at Thirlmere. It's a bit basic and it's near an A road, which we knew before we booked it. Bad news is I think the pub that's next to it isn't serving food except to residents, but we'll manage. We'll still be able to get a beer. The views from the campsite are stunning, right back up across Rays, and you can just see, I think, the summit of Helvellyn. So we'll be doing a good walk tomorrow, hopefully. You know, what we where we get to will depend on the weather, of course, and also on Maria's knees, which aren't the best, but we'll see where we get to. You can just see down over the little campsite now, and as we rise up a little bit further we should start to get views over Thirlmere. Views down over Thirlmere now. Not much wind, it's like a mirror. Cheers. Apologies if it's a little bit misted up. We woke up to rain this morning, so we're all a bit, we've just packed up and we're all a bit kind of misted up until we get on the road. So looks like we had the best of the weather out of Cumbria, and we're all wrapped up and we're heading across to the Yorkshire Dales now for a couple of days. And obviously it never rains in Yorkshire, so we'll be fine. And we'll bring you back when we're there. Right, so a short while later we've arrived at our next stop off on our little road trip, and people who've watched the videos may have seen this one before when I did Pen-y-ghent and Wainrights. It's the Helwyth Bridge pub stopover, and Maria fancied seeing that because after her exploits going up Wainrights she definitely wants to go up Pen-y-ghent. But we'll see how the weather is. Yeah, I'll show you around. Yeah, so we've had a really lovely drive across this morning. Went through Grasmere and Ambleside and round past Windermere, and weather was awful, but it seems to be a little bit brighter over here. It's cloudy, but a nice breeze and fairly high cloud cover, so yeah, should be nice. There's one tent in the camping field by the look of it. Do this for a couple of nights. Just out for a little walk along the banks of the River Ribble, and there was a footbridge marked on the OS map. It doesn't look very good. See if I can show it you. Half of it ain't there. So I think that's the end of the walk as far as this footpath goes. So we're just getting towards the end of our third place on our little road trip, and we'll be leaving Helworth Bridge in the morning, just heading over where we'll be just on Morecambe Bay, with hopefully some views out towards Cumbria. Yeah, Helworth Bridge has been fantastic. We've had a lovely walk today up across Pen-y-ghent. Both worn out now, so we're just having a pint before we have something to eat later on. But yeah, highly recommended for a campervan stopover. There's constantly changing vans, you know, over the last couple of days. It always seems to be sort of a minimum of 3, but usually about 5 different vans or motorhomes here. Can't fault it. Great food, great beer. Highly recommended. So we will catch you at the next stop. Hello again. So we've just arrived at our 4th and final spot on the Lancashire coast. Just getting stuck into some cheese and biscuits, and just give you a quick flash around the site because it's nearly empty. Looks beautiful and green, and we're literally sort of hop, skip and a jump to the coast, so hopefully there's a little coast path that we can walk down, do a bit of exploring. So far there's only 4 tents on. There's another field that's got some electric pitches on. We've just got grass only, no electric. Maria's just been cheering because there's no more mountains. Nice views, but no more mountains. We're just out for a little explore, setting out from Red Bank Farm, which is at Bolton Le Sands, not Polton Le Filed, which I think I said before. Polton Le Filed's down near St Anne's, near Blackpool, and we're up near Carnforth, which is further up the Lancashire coast. But yeah, lovely footpath that leads off on the coast. It's a bit of a showery day. Last night when we finished up at Helworth Arms, it rained solidly all night, and it's cleared slightly, but it's still a bit showery. But yeah, we're just having a bit of an explore along the coast. Look what I found. Unexpected trig point bagging. Coastal one. Bet that's quite an exclusive one. Bet not many of you have got that one. It's about probably all of 10 or 15 metres above sea level, I'd reckon. Already quite liking it. There's loads and loads of waders on the beach, and I've just seen I think it's a little egret. It's hard to get any scale on it. I won't point the camera at it because the GoPro will never pick it up anyway, but yeah, bit of a nice spot for the old bird watching. Looking at it, I think it is a little egret. This area has always been famous for people sifting the sand for cockles on a commercial basis, and then it became infamous a few years back, where there were people running virtually slave gangs of illegal immigrants, sifting cockles and being kept in dreadful conditions and threatened, and horrible story really, and then it culminated in, I can't remember how many of them being caught by the tide, because the tide rips in across, it's all just you know, a shallow estuary and dangerous sinking sands and everything, and I can't remember how many were killed as they got caught in the tide, but yeah, it was all over the news a few years back. If I find out some more, I'll pop it up on the screen. What we found, micro pub.
When I got with you, it was like, it was right at the end when I decided.
It's from Stockport Brewery, so I've had to come on holiday to try it from my hometown, but I've never seen it before. Right, we're just on the last day of our couple of days at Archers at Red Bank Farm, Bolton Le Sands, not Bolton Le Ford, which I keep saying for some reason, on the Morecambe coast. And it's proved to be everything that we wanted for the last couple of days, hasn't it? Which was just a bit of a relax and a read and a chill out, walk along the beach. After all the ups and downs and the walking that we've done over the last week, so it's been good, hasn't it? Of the 4 places we've stayed, we were talking about it, and we can't really pick a favourite, can we? They've all been very different, and you know, sort of more kind of family campsite like this one, quite a, you know, just a pub stop at Helwyth Bridge, the quite basic campsite at Thirl Spot, but very nice still, and camping and caravan club at Culzean Castle. You know exactly what you're going to get from camping and caravan club. You know, they're all done to a more or less a standard. So yeah, it's been very different. It's been a fabulous week. We've enjoyed it a lot. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed having a little sample of our little road trip. So if you have enjoyed it, if you wouldn't mind giving the thumbs up a press, and maybe consider subscribing if you haven't already. But yeah, thanks once more for watching, and we'll see you very soon. Cheers now.
Bye.
Bye.